So we're really excited to bring you this topic today. I want to introduce the person who's going to be speaking. So I want to introduce Arta. She's actually a user of Financial Sense. She's the administrator at a firm called Controller4Hire. They have a team of 5. They serve over 100 clients, and they focus on doing tax, bookkeeping, and CFO and advisory work. They've been great to work with, and we thought it would be great for her to talk about her experience with Financial Sense and how she's used it and their firm has used it to automate a lot of manual and admin tasks. So, Arta, it's great to have you on today.
Thank you so much, Shahram. Well, I'm going to reintroduce myself again. Hi, everyone. My name is Arta, and I work as an admin assistant at Controller4Hire. Our accounting firm provides expert tax, bookkeeping, and advisory services across Canada. I'm thrilled that you have taken the time to join this meeting with me today and discover how Financial Sense can enhance your company's operation. Well, listen up, because I have a good news for you. Our accounting firm, Controller4Hire, has started using this amazing Financial Sense app, which can help automate manual tasks and give you back over 20 hours of your week. That's correct. You heard me right. So sit back, relax, and let me tell you all about how we revolutionized our workflow, and you can do the same thing in your firm. Okay, so let me go to the next slide. I'm assuming everyone is having my screen. I shared my screen. Are you seeing it, Shahram? Perfect.
Yep, I can see it.
Cool. I organized the problem we faced into bullet points so that we can gain a better understanding of where our firm stood previously. So here's the problem. Inefficient communication and document transfer processes during tax season were incredibly frustrating. Individual may have spent up to 20 hours per week sifting through disorganized emails. Meetings had to be scheduled with clients and accountants to keep track of necessary documents that were scattered and disorganized. Imagine how much more challenging bookkeeping would have been. This redundancies I mentioned only applies for tax filings. Now, take a look at how our firm used to handle documents and emails with a visual workflow that I've created. This will give you a glimpse of our previous processes, the high level of redundancy within our system caused frustration for staff, clients, and the accountants. If you see that if the accountant is here, it's communicating with the client, and I'm the assistant emailing the client at the same time, we're doing the double work. It's just frustrating, waste of time. Same thing with the documents. So this was really like annoying, inefficient, expensive. The level of redundancy was high, and it was disruptive. How do you feel about it? If you can write in the chat, do you feel the same in your firm?
Yeah, I would love to see if some other people can resonate with this, right? Because we talk to a lot of firms, and it's a huge problem communicating with the clients, trying to find those emails, or where was that update they sent us about the tax work with that information that we needed, or for bookkeeping work too. And then just sharing the information back and forth. It's not just figuring out where it is, but the back and forth communication to ask for that information is time consuming and it's stressful.
It is. Now, I can demonstrate how we eradicated a repetitive duty by utilizing Financial Sense. For instance, suppose our client intends to file their taxes they contact me via email to inform me. As an assistant, I create a project for the client and establish a task within that project and request that client to upload their documents on Financial Sense. Once the client has uploaded their documents, both accountants and I view them, and any member of our firm who has Financial Sense account can monitor the progress. Now, here's a solution. Let me go back to Financial Sense. I'm going to stop sharing and we head to Financial Sense. If you can bear with me, I appreciate it. There you go. Do you see my Financial Sense page?
Yeah, I can see it.
Perfect. Okay, so I'm not sure if everyone is familiar with creating the client, but maybe Shahram can show it to you later. I already created Mark as an example. Mark is a client who emailed me and he wants to file his taxes, right? So I created a project here. I already have customized project for each client during tax season. So I use the T1. I mean, I live in Canada. We live in Canada, so we have to file T1. We have this template. So I click the project and we see all these tasks that needs to be done for this project to be completed. I need to request info from the client. So there is a client task section. I can go to the client task and add a task. Please upload all the documents that apply to you. Maybe you want to attach a checklist. See the attached checklist. For example, for us, we have a checklist that will guide the clients in what documents they need to upload. So I create this task. Now, in this client task, we have client chat. We have managing notifications. So we can manually or automate the notifications and send this task to the client to complete it. I'm just going to mark these tasks. So let's say I wrote this. Please take a look at the attached checklist and upload the documents that are relevant to you. I attach this checklist, T1 checklist, and I go to manage notification. I'll use the manual notification usually the first time I create the project. Create the task. I send a one-time notification. Client receives it. They will open the checklist. They know what documents they need to apply. Let's say our clients just have a T4. They upload their T4 and I receive it. Once they're done with uploading their documents, they can add comments in this specific section, or they can go to client chat and ask any question they may want to ask, right? So let's say they uploaded all the documents that is required. Now they can mark as it's complete on their end. So this task is done. When we go out from client task to the list section, we requested client, we received the documents. Now we have all the documents. CPA will be notified, or any accountant. And I can set a due date for this project. Let's say I want to get this project done in April 30th. So the accountant will be notified and will know that they have to get this project done by the end of this month, right? So this is really helpful because we don't have to email the CPA to file the taxes. We don't have to email the client. We don't have to it's really efficient, as Shahram mentioned. Do you have any questions so far from this project that
I
I've
wanted
done?
to, I
Yes.
wanted to add a few things in
Yes.
that I thought were really cool. So, you're talking about how you can use this for tax work, but like, especially for like recurring bookkeeping work in that example, we have seen a lot of people, like if you do, let's say like monthly bookkeeping every month, and you request the same documents and you set up like the automated reminders and scheduled reminders every month on a certain date, it's automatically going to request that information.
Yeah, it's recurrent. Yeah.
Which is really exciting, right? Because we showed in this example how you can send a one-time notification, but if it's like a recurring thing, it's like those documents will magically appear here every month when you're ready to start your work. You don't even have to think about it anymore, which is
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. So I think this specific feature of financial sense really helped us to have this efficient workflow. This specific feature helped us to save more than like 20 hours a week. So I'm gonna go back to my PowerPoint. Let me just go back. There you go. So after using financial sense, here is our flow chart. Everything is in one place. The accountants can communicate with the clients. Other accountants and assistants can see the comments and documents. Everything is in one place. All the necessary information and documents have been consolidated into a single platform for easy access. Other additional advantages that financial sense has, Shahram mentioned these projects are recurrent. The second one is adding URL resources allow instant access to client information with one click that optimizes convenience and efficiency. And the third one is record client info on financial sense to save time and eliminate the need of accountant to search through documents. Let's say recording their social insurance number or social security number, date of birth, all those like little small information you can add it into their profile, so you don't have to go back to the old documents for the client. And the fourth one is in the notes section, you have the option of tagging your coworker and posing questions to them. And the last one is you can keep tabs on the entire staff's workflow and see how much headway each project has made for every client. Now, I'll now turn the mic to Shahram, CEO of Financial Sense, who can provide more comprehensive explanation. Please don't hesitate to ask him or me any questions at the end. Thank you so much for your attention, and I hope you found my content helpful. Hopefully, with the help of this app, you'll be able to streamline your workflow as well. Thank you.
Yeah, thanks for that. So if you guys do have any more questions, please drop it in the chat. So I did answer a few questions already. I just want to mention those again. So one person asked, does a client have to pay for financial sense? The answer is no, they don't have to pay for anything. It's completely free on a client by client basis. Another person asked is, do they have to have access to financial sense? Do they have to have a login? And they don't. The really cool thing about our portal is that it's passwordless, but still encrypted. We use a secure magic link in 2FA technology to keep it secure, but make it really easy for your clients to get in and access that information, which is huge because we all know how hard it can be for clients to remember their passwords. And then they have questions, they get frustrated, they don't upload the documents, and then you can't get your work done. So it's completely passwordless. They don't have to have an account. And I kind of want to, I want to demonstrate that for you guys here. Let me show you something really cool. So she showed what it looks like inside Financial Sense for you, right? Where you set up the request list. But let's say you want to get in and you want to see the client side. So your client's going to get a request list that looks like this via email, and they'll also get a text reminder, which is a big deal because that helps keep your clients on top of it and remind them in a channel that they may look at more often than email. So you can get your documents faster. So when you're in here, when your client sees this, they'll be able to click this and access the portal in one click. Now, if it's their first time, it will send them a verification code to verify their identity. But then after that, it's a single click, making it very client friendly, but also encrypted and secure. So as you can see here, the client will be able to see the items that you have requested. They can open the comment section that she pointed out earlier, where they can ask questions about the specific task or the overall request in the client chat, where they can chat with you. What's really cool is with a new update, they can also see all other requests. If you're requesting bookkeeping documents, payroll information, right? They can see all the active requests and all the past completed requests, which is really just giving your client one place to go to communicate with you and to see everything you need from them in a secure way for them to send it to you. So I really wanted to share the client side because I thought it'd be really cool for you guys to see what your client would experience. I see there is a few more questions in the chat. Can the client see all their documents there easily? Yes. So as I showed here, the client will be able to see all past requests, so they can click in, they can view those documents. But what's really cool is they won't be able to upload new documents or remove documents. So it's kind of saved and cemented in, so you have that audit trail, but still gives them access to go back and look at past information. There is a video for your client. We can share that in a follow-up email, but basically the client will have a tutorial video when they log in where they can watch and learn about how it works. But also there's a video that you can send your clients, and also a welcome letter to the new portal to tell them about how it's going to work. We can send that in a follow-up. So a few other things I wanted to talk about was, if you want to use your Financial Sense, it's not just about the client requests. It's a very popular feature because it saves you a lot of time. Like Arta was talking about, it saved them 20 hours a week because now they don't have to request and follow up with clients anymore to get that data. It just happens automatically. But outside of that, there's a lot more to what we do. And one of the biggest things is workflow, right? So Financial Sense goal is to help firms just like you get more work done, hit your deadlines, know where work stands, and all these things play into that. So the main thing is our workflow dashboard that you can see here. Here you can see all the work across your firm, who's working on what is the status of that work, and what got done. You can see all that information in this simple view. You can run reports to see what work is due this week, what is in review, did we get all the work done for the specific client, any type of visibility reporting you need to get that, to know where work stands. And then when you go into the work, this is where the work happens, right? So one of the biggest challenges firms face as they grow is everything becomes a little bit more disorganized, right? Documents are stored in some folder physically or in the cloud, but no one knows which folder it's in. Notes are on sticky notes. Important information is on a piece of paper on someone's desk, in an Excel file, a Word document. Client emails are locked away in someone's inbox. So a big goal of Financial Sense is to organize all that information in one place so your team can quickly access it. But the key is organizing it in the right place, which is where the work gets done. So when your team is working, they can access all the information they need. They can see how to do the work with a detailed documented checklist. They can see resources. You can link to other external folders or apps that you use to do the work. So I can open up my Google folder from here if I really wanted to, right? You can track time. You can see documents related to the work. You can see email conversations between your firm and the client related to this work. And you can see those client requests that Arta was talking a lot about. All that those documents are now organized where the work is actually happening. So everything your team needs is a click away, keeping your team productive and your firm organized at scale. Outside of the work, we also have the client profile. This is where you can store all your client data in the client database. So for this client, I can see everything I need in one view: upcoming work, meeting notes, requests that are active, documents, activities. You have custom fields, contact information, passwords and usernames and security questions to all their apps, all in one place. Everything your firm needs to get work done in one simple dashboard. And then you can get back to your work and get everything done. Again, giving you the visibility to know where work stands and giving you and your team the organization to have everything you need to get the work done. So I just wanted to talk a little bit about that. That's just a few of the things. Like we have integrations, we have email integration where you can have your Outlook and Gmail inbox inside Financial Sense, where you can pin it to work. You can create work from emails because workflow starts in your inbox. A lot of really powerful stuff. But at the end of the day, like, we wanted to do this webinar to show you how some of our customers are using it and some of the benefits that you can get using a tool like Financial Sense if you're struggling from these same problems. So I'll open up the floor to see if there are any more questions. Looks like a few of them came in. Let's see. It isn't possible to see the subtasks without opening the full tasks. You'd actually have to click into it. You can link the file folder to SharePoint. So let's say you use another document management system. This is really cool. I actually want to show this. So we talked about in the client request, they can upload the documents directly into here. But let's say you use Google Drive or some SharePoint or something else, you can actually change the upload destination. So you can customize it. So like here I have changed the button to say upload to Google Drive, and I put the Google Drive link in. So that way, when the client is in the portal, if you don't want them to upload it to Financial Sense, you'll see upload to Google Drive here. And when they click this, it takes them into the Google Drive folder. So you can have them upload it somewhere else or inside of Financial Sense. We got some more questions. The documents are stored in Financial Sense if they upload a Financial Sense, but they're stored in another DMS system if you have them there. We will send out a recording. Okay, hold on one sec. You can have different folders for different documents. So we have a full DMS system where you can create folders, you can organize subfolders, you can organize it any way you want on the client's profile. Yeah, so is there any other questions? Please drop them in. I do want to launch a poll real quick. So if anyone is actually interested, while we wait for more questions to come in, learning more about Financial Sense or using Financial Sense in their firm, I'm going to launch this poll. Let's see, poll launch. Just indicate there, we are offering a 10% discount. So if you decide to sign up and use Financial Sense within the next 2 weeks, you can get 10% off as well. And if you prefer, I'm going to drop this in the chat. You can schedule a call with our team to ask more questions, learn more about the product, and just see if it's a good fit for your firm. Because, every firm is different. So I'm going to drop this in the chat. You can see the link. You can schedule a call with anyone on our team to learn more about the product or get any more information if you're interested in learning more. As we wait for the poll results to come in, anyone else have any other questions? Arta, is there anything you would like to add?
Sorry. Not really. Just I want to thank you for making this app because it's really efficient now. I can see how much time we're saving in our firm. Yeah.
Yeah, it's been great having you. We've loved having you as a customer, and thank you for doing this webinar today. I think it's great for other firm owners to hear from other firm owners how they're using systems like this to take their firm to the next level and save time and increase productivity. We do have a few more questions.
Yeah, there's so many questions. You need to answer them, Sharon.
So, do clients resist the use of new software? That's a good question, right? Typically, yes, they do. It's really hard to get clients to download a new app, to create a new account, and start using something they don't understand. However, that's why we designed this portal the way we did. I mentioned earlier that there's no passwords. It's still secure, but your client does not have to download an app. They don't have to create a username or password or remember it, and they don't have to log in. It's a very seamless, secure flow. And so we found that clients love using this. It's so simple. It's not even like they've adopted a new technology, because they get an email or a text message and they click the link and then they're in it, right? Or the first time they have to do the 2FA verification, but that's it. And they can send you the information. They can ask you questions. Clients love it. We have actually found that a majority of our users get their documents within 2 days of the request, which that sounds pretty quick.
Yeah.
So clients seem to really enjoy it. Is there time tracking and billing? Yes, there is. So we do have time tracking built in. You can track billable and non-billable time. We integrate with QuickBooks Online, so you can create invoices seamlessly from the time tracked in our system in QuickBooks. And then if not, you can export it and import it into other billing systems.
Shahram, I have one more last question.
Yeah.
I saw a video on your LinkedIn that you integrated ChatGPT with the templates.
We
Do we
did.
have that feature still? How can we use that? I don't know how to use it actually.
Actually,
Because
okay.
we have this businesses with constructions companies, and they have a specific, let's say, bookkeeping. It's not like other industries. They have their own specific work to do, and ChatGPT actually creates those, right? I was wondering how you can, if you can show. Yeah.
This is a cool feature. So I'll show you. So we released ChatGPT because we found that firms, one of the biggest challenges they have is actually documenting their workflows, right? Creating the process for how you do work. So let's use the example you were talking about. So when you're in financial sense, if you want to create a documented process or a checklist workflow, right? You can go to templates, and then here in create template, you can use AI. So like, for example, you can do how to do monthly bookkeeping in QuickBooks, or how to file a tax return for a married couple that owns 50 rental properties, right? What was the example you mentioned?
Bookkeeping in constructions, monthly bookkeeping in construction.
Or construct. I'm a bad speller. Let's see if I can. Okay, perfect. Let's see. Let's generate that. So then beep, boop, beep, boop, beep, like over a few seconds, it's going to generate it. So now it's created a monthly bookkeeping specifically for construction clients. So now as a firm owner, you've just created this process. If you didn't like it, you can try another prompt. It'll spit something out a little bit different. But as you can see, it focuses on specific things that are specific to construction companies. And then let's say you like it. Hit create and customize template. And it just created that template in financial sense for you. And now here you can add an extra task, because it might be a little generic. You might want to add more detail, but it gives you a good foundation to build off of. And you can delete out a task, or you can, add a new task in, change the order, edit it to fit your firm's standards. So this is a really cool feature that a lot of people have loved. We just released this last week. We've got a lot of other really cool updates with the ChatGPT integration, like being able to generate email templates. So let's say you want to create a welcome email template for your clients. It'll create it in seconds. Or a price increase email. You're increasing your pricing. You want to send it to clients. It'll help you create one that you can customize and edit and build off of. Maybe it's a document, right? Maybe you want to create a new engagement letter. You can create that in financial sense in seconds, save it, and then customize it. a lot of really powerful stuff that's going to be coming with that just to make your firms more efficient. And what do you think? Any questions about that, Arta?
I think it's giving the foundation of what we need to do. And I believe we can edit each task. Let's say reconcile bank statements. We can click on that and edit it, right? We can have our own customized task, if that makes sense. Do you see
Yeah.
that reconcile bank statement? Can you click on it? On the
Yeah.
text?
So let me,
Yeah. I think, is there any way that we can edit that task?
yep. So if you click here, you can
Oh, there
change
you go.
task
Mhm.
title. You can add in descriptions. You can add in
Yeah.
subtasks. There's so much you can do. We've really just scratched the surface. I didn't want to go into a deep dive demo. But if you guys are interested in learning more, definitely click that link in the chat that I dropped. Schedule some time with our team. They'll answer all your questions. They'll deep dive into the product. I did see another question from Michelle. She was asking about the client requests again. So one, can they be recurring? Yes. So if you set up this request to a client, maybe let's say on the first of the month, and recur every 5 days, remind them every 5 days. When this project recurs, so when it creates a monthly bookkeeping for February and March and April and May and June, it's going to also create this request list and send it out on, February 1st, March 1st, April 1st, and follow up with the client. So you never have to request information again. It happens in the background and it appears inside of here when you're doing your work like magic. And you can also choose which contacts to send it to at the company. You don't have to send it to all the contacts. You can select which ones matter. Let's see. So someone had a question about the AI. Will it allow us to build more efficient workflows as it sees the workflows you build? We haven't added that. We've been thinking about it. One thing we want to be careful about, the reason we haven't just added that, is your data, right? Security is our number one priority. So we keep everything encrypted, everything is secure. And a lot of people have concerns about ChatGPT because sometimes it can take that data and own it. Well, they can't do that with our API, but we still have decided not to let ChatGPT look at the information in your account and create responses off that because there's a lot of sensitive information. We are exploring it though, but we want to make sure we know everything about it and it doesn't put anything, make any of our customers or clients uncomfortable. Okay. It looks like we have all of our questions answered. I want to thank everyone for joining us today. And I definitely want to thank you, Arta, for hosting this webinar and talking about your. Yeah. Okay. Well, thank you, everyone. And we'll definitely be reaching out soon. And I hope you guys enjoy this webinar.
Thank you. Have a nice day. Bye-bye.
Take care.
Care.